Hey friends, welcome back to Grand Adventure. I'm your host, Mark Guido, and we are in the winter wonderland of Lava Hot Springs, Idaho. We're up here to ski a bit at Pebble Creek, do some winter camping, and do some soaking in those wonderful mineral hot pools. So, stay tuned. Now, we've been here before, but we've only been here in summer, never in winter. And if you haven't seen our previous episode from Lava Hot Springs, I'll put a link right here on the screen so you can go back and check it out. But when we stay up here, we normally stay at our friends Cameron and Annie's campground, Lava Campground, just outside of town. However, at this time of year, we are in the KOA Lava Hot Springs West campground, as that's the only game in town in winter. Even so, they have the water and the sewer shut off at each of their sites, so we have electric only at this time of year. They have you fill up at one site where they keep the water on, where we arrived in last night and filled our water tank, and we'll dump there when we leave. But other than that, we're basically on electric only. It's snowing to beat the band. We barely made it ahead of the storm last night, and we're going to get out skiing at Pebble Creek tomorrow. But first, let's go explore the town of Lava Hot Springs. With a population only a mere 407, Lava Hot Springs sits southeast of Pocatello at an elevation of 5,000 feet in the far southeastern corner of Idaho. Situated along the banks of the Portneuf River, along routes of both the Oregon and California trails followed by early Western settlers, this tiny city has become a popular resort destination thanks to both its numerous hot springs year-round and a playful tubing run on the Portneuf right through town during the summer months. Lava Hot Springs were historically used by local Bannock and Shoshone Native Americans. In 1883, John and Selina Hall moved from England to Oxford, Idaho. In 1890, they submitted a homesteading file for 100 acres on the Portneuf River at what would become Lava Hot Springs. The hot mineral water emerges from the ground geothermically heated to a temperature of 113 degrees, at a flow of over 2,000 gallons per minute. The mineral content of the water includes manganese, sodium, iron, calcium bicarbonate, potassium, magnesium, iron, zinc, and fluoride. Although there are many privately owned hot mineral pools in town, the most popular system of pools is owned by the state of Idaho and operated by the Lava Hot Springs Foundation. Admission presently costs from $6 to $10, and both towels and bathing suits are available to rent for $1.50 plus deposit. The other reason we traveled to southeast Idaho for the weekend was to ski at Pebble Creek. After nearly a foot of new snow leading to one of the best days of the season, this is the Powder Day crowd. Pebble Creek is a diamond in the rough. About 30 minutes from Lava Hot Springs and just south of Pocatello, Pebble Creek's lifts rise for a 2,200-foot vertical drop in the Portneuf Range of the Caribou National Forest. The ski area first opened in 1949 as Skyline, with 2 rope tows and a warming hut. Today, Pebble Creek has 3 chairlifts, all fixed-grip yawn triples, serving 1,100 acres of skiable terrain, with extensive side country available at both the north and south ends of the resort. Relatively unheard of outside of the Pocatello area, Pebble Creek is a real sleeper. All-day lift tickets max out at a paltry $52. Save for the beginner lift at the base, there are no flats here. Pebble is relentlessly steep from top to bottom. The Portneuf Range sits in a bit of a snow shadow, but when the snow is good, as it is right now, Pebble offers a lift-serve skiing experience like none other, with untracked lines still available days after a storm. I'm telling you, those first 3 runs were the best runs of my season so far. There is great snow, and in a place like Pebble Creek, there is zero competition for fresh lines. We're going to be skiing untracked all day. Now here we are on our final day in Lava Hot Springs, and we've got some issues to contend with. We got up this morning, and we've got no water. It went down to about 10 degrees overnight, and we kept the basement at about 55 to 60 degrees all night overnight. So I'm doubting I've got any frozen water lines. I'm guessing it's the tank that froze. However, it was only about 2/3 full, so it has plenty of room to expand, and fingers crossed, once this thaws out, I'm hoping that everything's going to be just fine. We also have, before we head out of here, we have to do some chipping away at some ice because one of our rear stabilizers is encased in a frozen puddle. The joys of winter camping. When at Pebble Creek, you must have the fries. Hand cut on site from local potatoes, never frozen. And this homemade cinnamon roll, fresh out of the oven, could feed a family of 4 for only $3.50. So you hear that? That was our water pump. We're back. It got up to about 27 degrees, which was enough to thaw out the pump. So that turned out to be all the problem. Very, very grateful we didn't crack any pecs or anything like that. We also managed to use a claw hammer to free our stabilizer from its icy tomb. So we're ready to hit the road back to Salt Lake. So we truly hope that you've enjoyed coming to Lava Hot Springs, Idaho with us. If you liked this episode, please be sure to give us a big thumbs up down below. And while you're down below, that's where you'll find the comments section. That's where we love to hear from you after each episode. Now, we premiere new outdoor RV adventure travel videos each and every Wednesday evening. So if you're not yet a grand adventurer, this is the perfect time. Go smash that little red subscribe button, the one right down there in the corner of your screen, and ring that notification bell to be sure that you come along on each and every grand adventure. And we would be honored if you shared the channel with your friends, family, and on social media. So until next week, please remember, life is nothing but a grand adventure. We'll see you then.